What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Talk Real Estate. My name is Mark Cannon. I'm a local realtor here in the Phoenix area with my home group real estate and owner of the Benchmark Real Estate team. So if you're new to this is Real Talk Real Estate. I'm here to be real. I'm here to talk. I'm here to be transparent. It's a podcast format. I'm not here to edit a bunch of things. I might throw some stuff on the screen, but that's about it. For me, it's just about being real with people. That's why I do this, because I care about people and want to help them and give them knowledge and help them understand everything. So today we're going to talk about some things I'm frustrated with in the industry. But before we get to that, obviously you can watch this on YouTube, watch it on Spotify, listen to it on Apple Podcasts, listen to it on Spotify. Appreciate you guys giving likes and sharing with your friends and leaving comments. Always appreciate that stuff. But today, I'm going to a little pet peeve, okay? So we've had some industry changes that happened in real estate back last year in August, where with some lawsuits and with some settlements that some rules changed, and we see a lot of companies that have now come up and they're offering gimmicks. Now, what do I mean by a gimmick? They say one thing, but is it really that thing? And we see those in sales all the time, right? Like, I don't always view myself as a salesman because I'm not trying to convince someone to buy something. I'm trying to help them make the right decision and watch out for what's best for them. That's my fiduciary duty. And again, for me, I put relationships first, real estate through relationships. So I'm relationship over everything else. I'm not worried about the transaction. Not all realtors do that. I mean, a lot of realtors are transactional, unfortunately. And we're seeing that now because when they came down with all the different things, and there's all these different headlines, we watched a lot of realtors that they just started doing gimmicks. And with these gimmicks where it sounds too good to be true. And just remember, in life, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And the other thing I always hold to in real estate is you get what you pay for. So, there's a lot of these companies now that are doing the minimum, and they're saying we're a flat rate, all this stuff, you can pay us, I don't even remember, like there's something, pay us $1,000, pay us 1%, whatever. And they advertise that. And the first thing I always, as a realtor, I sit there and I go, so they're really bad negotiators because they just admitted that they're not worth anything. Okay. If you can't negotiate your own fee well enough, how are you going to negotiate it for other people? Something to think about. Because if they can't negotiate for their own selves more money, they're not going to be able to do it for you. They're just going to, let's just get the transaction closed. Let's just get this over with. That's what those are. And I'm watching I saw some where they're like, we'll pay you to list your house. I'm flat rate, I'm low end, like all this stuff. And I have gained so many clients that had worked with someone like that. And they said, I realized what I was getting myself into and got out. And we want to work with you. And it's like, okay, great. And it's sad because there's so many people that get hurt by this. And one of the things that, with the lawsuit changes and the different things that happened, you're watching people do this because they're trying to take advantage of a situation where it's like, oh, people want what's cheapest. When you're selling real estate, one of the largest assets, if not the largest asset someone will ever sell or buy in their life, why would you want the cheapest thing? Why would you want the cheapest person? Like, I'm not saying you have to have the highest paid. I'm not saying that. But wouldn't you want quality over quantity when it's the highest asset in your life? I would think so. You want someone that you can trust, that you can rely on, that's there for you, right? That knows what they're talking about. Shoot, I can't tell you, like the amount of times I have listings right now. I have like 4 listings right now, and I get offers on these listings, and they are trash offers, not in the sense of not like a good price. I have to tell them to rewrite the offers because they're not writing it correctly. There's so much unprofessionalism in real estate right now where people are trying to do the bare minimum to get by, and it's horrific. And like for me, like I'm striving to be a professional. I'm striving to be above and beyond for my clients. That's, I've been coming up with a phrase where I've been using where it's, I'm going to be your real estate agent before, during, and long after your transaction. Because for me, it's about your experience. It's about helping you. I want you to refer people to me. So I want to do the most amazing job. I want to go above and beyond for you. But most realtors aren't doing that. They're just trying to turn and burn, baby. Turn and burn. Let's get transactions. Let's go. Because the average realtor only does 4 or 5 transactions a year, which means they make probably like $40,000, $50,000 a year. So for them, they're always worried about the next thing. So you always have to look at motivations, right? Am I hiring the right person? Am I getting the right person? Is this a gimmick? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, especially in real estate. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Because you want quality things. Like I see realtors taking pictures of the houses with their phones. No, I don't care how good your iPhone is. No, get a professional photographer. What are you doing? It's crazy, man. So the biggest thing I tell people is you're going to get what you pay for. So make sure you're hiring quality. Again, not telling you to pay the highest price. I'm just saying, everything in real estate's negotiable. You're the realtor's competition, it's negotiable. I'm willing to negotiate with people. And if I can't get what I want out of it, I'll walk away. I'm okay with that. And clients should be able to do that too. And they can do that. But too many times they're just going, oh, this person's the cheapest. Oh, this sounds so good. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you interview people. Make sure you know what they're doing. Make sure they know what they're talking about. But when I have people say to me, we want to interview, I'm like, great, let's do it. I'm not intimidated by that because good realtors aren't intimidated by that. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, okay? But it's one of those that I live and breathe this stuff. So for me, I know what I'm doing. I'm not worried about it. And if they choose not to hire me, fine. They don't choose to hire me. That's okay. So it's one of those that make sure you're doing your due diligence. Make sure you're not falling for gimmicks where it sounds too good to be true. I don't want you to run into that. If you have questions and stuff, if you run into it or whatever it is, reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. My information's below. Guys, again, I'm real estate through relationships. It's a relationship over everything else. That's what I'm worried about, is making sure that you're taken care of and everything's done according for you. So if you have questions on that, reach out. I'd love to talk with you. Guys, you've been talking to Real Talk Real Estate. I'll catch you next time.